Hi team, very good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Security consultants we are established in 2016. Till now we have provided multiple security consultant and training into the market to the corporates as well. And if you talk about our trusted clients, here are the list of our trusted clients. And with InfosecTrain, what benefits you will be getting? You will be getting the particular instructor. That instructor will be a certified instructor. Not only that, if you want to go with a flexible training module, yes, we can provide you that as well. The sessions are getting recorded. Post training completion, you will be getting and support as well. Not only that, if you have any query after the training, after the completion of a course, trainer do support in that as well. If you want a customization into your training syllabus, yes, we can do that as well. And here are few of our training partners. Okay, now before we begin with our session, I want to give a quick introduction about myself as well. Hi everyone, this is Abhishek Sharma. I will be your host for the day. Okay, now I started my journey as a network engineer. Okay, over there I was been working for an big five as a network consultant. I was been taking care about all the network challenges. Down the line, one of my friend introduced me about and security. From there, a security gain a keen interest into my domain, into my particular area. So I started learning about and security, and particularly only about an offensive security. Okay, about an attack, about the team, how the attack has been done, how we try to identify any vulnerabilities, how to find any loophole into other vertices. Okay, so I entered into an VA department, uh, supported organization in performing an VA, in performing NPT. Down the line, I want to know about the post attack as well. Okay, if the attack has been happened, what after that? Isn't it? A pentester, what he is doing, he is only performing an attack. He is trying to identify the vulnerability for that organization, for that network, or for that application. Now after that, what is going to happen inside an organization? So there is a defensive team as well. Now what that defensive team has been doing, okay, what are their roles and responsibilities? So I started learning about a defensive sector as well. Okay, now during this tenure, I try to gain some of the certification as well in this domain. Few of this certification in my bag from an AC Council. I hold certification like CEH, CSCU, CTI, CSA, ECIH, and from an CompTIA. I hold few certification like A plus, Network plus, Security plus, CYSA plus, Pentest plus. Along with that, I am an auditor as well. I hold certification ISO 27001 lead auditor, lead implementer, CISA, and few of the cloud certification as well. As we are into a security domain, we have to keep ourselves updated, and still I'm into my learning phase. Okay, so this was me. Now what we are going to learn into this, or what we are going to understand into this session. Okay, now this session or this particular you can say the webinar is aiming for a new launch of a course from an InfosecTrain, which is known as your cybersecurity expert. Okay, so first we are going to understand what is there inside the cybersecurity expert, who can plan for the cybersecurity expert. Okay, what sort of a knowledge you want to bring inside this, and what sort of a knowledge you will be getting after the training of this certificate, after training for this course. Okay, along with that, what tools and technology has been covered in this particular course that we are going to understand. Okay, now what I've seen a loophole into a market. Okay, I was doing a small research over there. I got to know that there is no particular certificate or no particular course is available into the market which has been dealing or which has been talking about an offensive as well and then defensive as well, in combination of both. Okay, so this was a loophole what I found it out, and we brought up with a new course. Okay, now in this course we are talking about an offensive sector and also with that and defensive sector. Along with that, if the attack has been done, so we will be going with a practical scenario. Okay, first we will be understanding about an attack. We will try to perform an attack, and after that we are going to defend that attack. That is what this course has been talking about. Okay, so let's look into one by one. Okay, now this cybersecurity training course is offered by InfosecTrain. Okay, so it's a comprehensive program which has been integrated with an SOC. As we know, SOC is your defensive team, and with an pen testing domain as well. Pen testing has been done by the red team, or we also call it as an offensive team. Okay, which is going to provide you a brief introduction or brief fundamentals about ethical hacking and pen testing. Okay, not only we are going with a theoretical knowledge, we will be engaging with a practical as well, hands-on experience on various tools, on various techniques, how to do an attack, what are the different types of an attack. Okay, why we are performing the pen test. Okay, so we will be aiming network pen test, we will be aiming into an web application pen test, we will be aiming into uh, some of your mobile pen test as well, a basic understanding. Okay, and apart from that, after that we will be doing an information gathering. That is again part of your blue team. Okay, set intelligence, that is again a part of a blue team. Incident respond, after the attack, who is will be the first responder. Okay, the incident responder is going to respond at the very first step. Okay, he is going to be into that particular situation, into that particular area. He will try to know, he will try to get the information from where the attack has been done, which system is under an attack. Okay, he will be collecting the information, and after that he is going to give that information to the forensic team. Okay, now after that forensic team is going to do an post investigation. Okay, they will try to collect more and more evidence. Interrogation has been done by the incident response team. Now the investigation step will begin. Okay, so in this particular course, which has been launched by InfosecTrain by the name of a cybersecurity expert, not only we are going to understand about an SOC. Inside SOC we have different roles and responsibilities. We have threat intel team, we have digital forensic team, we have incident response team. It's a part of an SOC. Okay, along with that we are going to learn about all those things as well. Practically we are going to look into that. Okay, so this is just a small overview, course overview. Okay, now let's begin with the first module, which we are going to start, which we are going to begin with. Okay, now first module has been talking about an SOC. Now first of all, what is an SOC? Okay, SOC is known as your security operations center. It's a centralized unit within the organization. Okay, now why organization nowadays aim to have an SOC environment inside it? To look into or to maintain the overall cybersecurity posture. Okay, now the security operation are your continuous operation practice, which is maintaining, which is manage, not only maintaining, which is also managing the a secure IT environment. Okay, so we are going to have a predefined set of an process, so certain services as well. Okay, so if any situation is been occurring, so we should be aware with that situation. Set intel team can play a vital role over here to create certain situation awareness training. Okay, we are monitoring all the instances as well. Okay, full network activity is being monitored by the SOC team. If I am sitting inside the environment of an organization, I am opening any website. Okay, each and every details has been captured. In which website, or which particular browser I am using. From that browser, which website I am visiting. Okay, by in that website, which link I am clicking. So every instance has been collected and monitored by the SOC team. Okay, so this information has been collected, this information has been stored, and later down the line it has been analyzed as well. Okay, so this information will be collected in the form of logs and data from different security devices to identify the security incident. Okay, not only that, SOC team is also managing the security incident. Okay, they will be resolving the security incident with minimal advised impact as well. Okay, so that's why we have a dedicated unit established inside an organization to handle, to maintain the security operation, which is also known as your Security Operation Center, or we also call it as an SOC. Okay. As I told you, SOC is a centralized unit. It provides a single point of view, okay, within the organization to monitor, to access, to defend from the threat. Okay, it evaluates organization security postures as well from malicious activity. Okay, if any situation is going wrong, so SOC team is going to give a real-time alert as well, that attack has been detected or any intrusion has been detected or anything has been detected. So some function of an SOC is what? Function of an SOC is to monitor, okay, not only to monitor, to prevent, to detect, to investigate and respond a cyber threat around the clock. That's what your SOC has been doing. Okay, so this is completely a defensive part of an security. Okay, now what are the capabilities of an SOC? Again, that is a very good question. What that SOC can do? Okay, how the SOC has been working. So I'm showing you a small picture onto your screen. Have a look into this picture. So what is happening over here? We have an SOC team. Okay, so first, if any alert has been detected, a ticketing, it goes with a ticketing system. Okay, so there is an alert, collect the logs, get the information, okay, research about that information, collect all the information from all the sources. Okay, all the sources will be, for example, I am having a let's say a particular accounts team. Okay, so alert is been given from an account system. Okay, so malicious activity has been performed. So from where, from how this activity has been performed, so we are going to ask W question: who, what, where, how. Okay, who, what, where, when and how. Who has opened this link, when this link has been opened, where this link has been opened, how this link has been opened. Okay, now all this information will be collected, aggregation and correct correlation. Okay, then we have a set intel team. Set intel team is going to collect all the information. They will be doing a set intelligence. Okay, then we have a SIM information, security information event management. Okay, so this is your cycling process, PDC. We also call it as a PDCA. So first we have your situation awareness delivering program. SOC is going to provide you the information. Okay, what is going on across the different parties, different IT infrastructure. Okay, it performs aggregation, it performs association. Okay, not only that, SOC will also going to provide some important defenses information as well. For example, your let's say your application has been updated or not. Okay, your SOC the set control has been enabled or not. Okay, so all this information has been provided. So we are, it comes under your set control or set prevention. Then we have a forensic team. Okay, forensic team will be coming into the picture. Okay, again it is structured inside an SOC. We call it as an L2 team or L3 team that we are going to discuss down the line. Okay, we have different roles and responsibility inside an SOC. Okay, so as I was been saying, SOC first, what he is going to do, he is going to collect a log. Okay, so logs will be collected from various devices onto the network, which have been highly impacted onto the which will be which can be highly impacted onto the security, onto the level of security of the organization. Down the line, we collect the logs and we recover the logs as well. We stored those logs as well for a longer period of time. We call it as a log retention or log archival policy. Okay, now why these logs are being recovered or logs are being stored? So that we can perform an forensic investigation over there. Okay, that's why we store those log, that's why we collect those log and store those log at one place. Okay, down the line, if anything has been happened, so we can analyze those log with the help of an forensic team. So first we collect the logs. Now we will be having a log retention and archival policies, and after that we are going to analyze it. Okay, now log analysis is been done with the SOC technology. We are going to extract all the important information such as your relevant matrices, your raw data. Once we have all those information, and after that we will be looking into each and every particular activity which has been done by that user or which has been done by that particular person. For example, I have said the incident has been happened to an accounts team. Okay, into an account system. Now that user has visited a website, he clicked into any malicious link due to which some malware has been installed inside his system. So we are going to analyze all those activity, which browser he was been using, by what time he had opened that particular application. Okay, by which link he has clicked, which application has been installed inside his device. So we are going to isolate those devices. Why we are going to isolate the device? Because I don't want my other devices to get hampered. Okay, that is again a part of an SOC. Inside that we are going to prepare a terminology, the workflow, that if any incident has been happened, by very first step what we are going to do, report those incident, or it will get reported. Okay, so there will be a ticket, logs will be collected. Onto the basis of your knowledge we are going to do and research as well. Okay, research, collect the information. Once we started doing a research and development, we go with an aggregation, collect the information from all the sources. Okay, there will be a set intel team, they will try to find out the loophole. Okay, why this particular person has opened the link, and how he has opened this link. Because we have created a rule that no one can access the external link, or no one can access any external website. How this has been enabled. Okay, so with unset intel we are going to collect all those information, and with sim we are going to analyze all those logs. Okay, and down the line if any incident has been occurred, we are going to report those incident. That is the workflow of an SOC. There will be in different functions as well. Okay, so as we are discussing about the workflow, there are certain functions as well. What are the different functions inside an SOC? So inside an SOC we have an alert management. Okay, so as we have discussed into the last slide, alert management is what? Incident has been happened, straight away the alert will be there, given by the SOC. A ticket will be generated. There is a certain malicious activity has been happening. Someone outside from the network is trying to connect. Okay, so alert management system will be there. Not only that, we have an incident response team. It's a part of an SOC. Log management. Logs will be collected from different sources. We have a web application log. We have a log for the devices. We have a log for the network devices. Okay, we have log for the different resources, or let's say logs for your mobile application. Okay, so there will be a log management. Separately we are not going to mix all those log, database logs or application log or devices log. So we are not going to mix all those logs, so it will be a confusion down the line what type of a log this is. Okay, so there is a log management as well inside an SOC. Then we have a compliance as well. Okay, our rules, what additional layer or control we are going to add. If there is any particular loophole inside your network, or any particular loophole inside your devices or into your architecture, so definitely we are going to add in control. Okay, then security posture and refinement. If there is anything need to be changed, yes, absolutely, we can do that. Recover and remediation. Okay, device has been isolated, we are going to recover those devices, bringing back those devices into a normal state. That is again a part of an SOC. Okay, root cause analysis, a very simple definition. Root cause analysis, which has been done by your forensic team. Okay, analyze that device, remove that malware from that device, and bring that device back online so that employee can work onto that device. Security intelligence, prevention and proactively monitoring all those activities. Okay, so these are different functions inside an SOC. We can add some more functions as well. Okay, now I was been talking about L1, L2. Okay, now this L1, L2 is what? This L1 and L2 or L3, we also name it, we also call it as an roles and responsibilities of an SOC. Okay, so when we enter inside an SOC, we entered as an analyst. We call it as an SOC L1 analyst. Okay, then we have your L2, SOC L2 analyst. Inside your L2, we have an incident response team, forensic investigation team. Okay, or we also have threat intel team. After that, we have subject matter expert, also known as your L3, which will be sitting onto the top. He will be taking care, or he will be the team lead of that SOC. Okay, and above to that, we have SOC manager, and SOC manager will be reporting to your CCSO, or Chief Information Security Officer, or CTO, however the hierarchy has been defined by the organization. Okay, so there are specialized individual which has been working inside and SOC with different level. So they should be having a deep technical knowledge with wide range of and capabilities as well, with variety of an experience as well. Not only they can monitor all those, instead they can analyze this information as well, which will used in further investigation. Okay, so for that, a particular training, particular certification is also been required as per their roles and responsibilities. So as I said, L1 team is your SOC analyst. What they will be doing, what their working will be, their working is to analyze all those activity. If any incident has been happened, cross verify whether that incident is a true incident or it's a false incident. Many a times we get a false incident as well. Okay, so verify those ticket first. If it isn't true, analyze it. If it is not handled by the L1 team, because L1 will be having an defined knowledge. Okay, they are just starter, they are your freshers. After that, with the knowledge of, you can say, with your down the line with your experience, you are going to move into different role, which will be an L2. Okay, for an L2, as I said, a deep technical knowledge has been required. Okay, knowledge in a particular sector. For example, I entered inside and SOC. Now I want to know, or I want to learn more about an forensic investigation. So I will be picking up this particular forensic investigation, and I will be gaining and more knowledge about an forensic investigation, how this digital forensic has been done, how the analysis or which tools has been used. So I will try to master in that particular area, and landing up into an L2 domain. Okay, and there is an other team as well. As I said, we have this particular incident response team. Okay, we also called it as a first responder. So first responder, what he will be doing, so any incident has been happened, he will be going into that particular can say into that area, or in that particular environment. Okay, he will be having his tool as well. He will be carrying his tool, a suitcase, a briefcase, we call it as a briefcase as well. In that briefcase, he will be having different tools. Okay, so he will be connecting his particular laptop with that particular machine. Okay, and it is again going into a secured channel. After that, he will be isolating that device, collecting the information. Okay, and down the line, after collecting all the information and giving those information to your forensic team, now forensic team will be starting an investigation. So like this, we have a different roles and responsibilities assigned to different teams. Okay, so inside and SOC, we have a different team. We have incident response team, we have your forensic investigation team, we have threat intelligence team. Okay, and above to that, we have a subject matter expert, which is also known as your L3. L3 person will be mentoring all this L1 and L2. If required, they can also do an pen testing as well, which is again a different job profile, which is not their job profile. Okay, pen testing has been done by your offensive team, but if required, they can also do that. Okay, and above to that, we have SOC managers. Their responsibilities will be coordinating and communicating with the management. Okay, directing your SOC team as per the planned security strategies as well. Above to that, we have an CISOs. Okay, CISO. The roles and responsibility will be finalizing, strategizing the SOC environment, adding in policies, procedures regarding all the aspect to your cyber securities, what controls need to be added, what policies need to be added, what procedures need to be followed. So that is a part of your CISO. So that is again, you can say the hierarchies or some of the terminologies inside and SOC. Okay, now we have different modes as well. Okay, now before to that, there will be a question into your mind: why do we require a SOC? Okay, or why we need a SOC? Have a look into this picture. Okay, what SOC has been doing? Going with a continuous monitoring and prevention. Okay, monitoring all the activity what has been happening inside a network. If anything has been happening or any malicious activities are happening, it is going to prevent it as well, isn't it? If not prevent, it is going to detect it, and after that we can do the proper mitigation for that attack or for that particular activity. Okay, effective incident response team. If any incident has been happening, so we are having a plan ready, we are having a team ready to work onto that incident. Okay, so for me, I am not waiting for any incident to be happen. Okay, I am having a dedicated team who can directly work onto that particular situation. Okay, before to that, we have planned the activity as well, how this team will be working. Okay, what are their roles and responsibilities, what will be the chart to work on this particular incident. Okay, so that all the things we are going to learn deep inside this particular course. Okay, organization wide collaboration. As I said, there are different network devices used inside an organization, different applications used inside an organization, multiple devices have been connected. Okay, so collecting all the logs and storing a logs in some place. Okay, so collaborating all the information from different resources, and down the line we can analyze those logs. Okay, centralized visibility. So you might have seen, so whenever there is an SOC team, or if anyone has been working with an SOC, they will be having two monitor in front of them. Okay, onto the left hand side or onto left hand side, we will be having a dashboard. Okay, in that dashboard we can see all the current activity. Okay, it's a centralized visibility. Not only that, it reduces the security cost as well, cyber security cost. If we have a SOC team in place, definitely it is going to have an extra benefit for the organization. Okay, because we are having a defense team ready. If any attack has been done, or if anyone is trying to do an attack that is going to impact my organization, definitely the impact will be very much high. Impact will be the loss of your you can say financial loss, the loss for there will be a reputational loss. Okay, there will be an operational loss. Okay, so if we have a SOC team in place, we can prevent our organization. Okay, after that, compliance management, definitely it is going to give an advantage. Okay, we have all the compliance in place. Okay, So for a network, we will be having certain, you can say, alerting system. There will be an, you can say, additional security controls you are going to add over there. Okay, who can access the network? Nowadays, we started using an VPN. Okay, if we are working from an home, we use an VPN. Okay, what is that VPN is been doing? It is giving you a secured channel. Directly, we can connect with the internal network, isn't it? Okay, so we started adding in controls over there, and not only that, we are maintaining those controls with the help of an SOC. Okay, so that is what your often defensive team look like. Okay, so we are going to understand in depth about a defensive team inside this particular course, which has been dealing about an level one, which has been talking about a level one, starting from an analyzing of a log to an doing and post investigation to find out the root cause about any particular incident or any particular activity. Okay, so how L1 team has been working. Okay, so we are going to look into that, how L2 team has been working. Now L2, as I said, is been defined, is been differentiated into 2 to 3 job role. We have threat intelligence. So how to do and threat intelligence, we are going to learn it from a practical perspective. We are going to collect more and more information by looking into some of the case studies, or by collecting an information about an individual or about an organization. Okay, now once we have an information, a complete information, after that, what I said, the L2 team, inside an L2 team, we haven't set this your threat intel team as well. Okay, incident response team. Okay, now after the incident has been happened, how we are going to react onto that incident. Okay, so for that we have to keep the chart or the blueprint ready. Okay, so in that we are going to understand about the blueprint, about the hierarchies, about the structure about of your first responder. Okay, now once the first responder is going to react at that particular point, he is going to collect the information and give those information to your forensic team. Forensic team, they will start analyzing the activity or the logs of that particular device. Okay, so we are going to understand how this team has been working, what tools they have been using. With the help of those tools, we are going to do an forensic investigation. Okay, so first we did an interrogation. After the interrogation, we started with an investigation. Okay, your forensic investigation will be analyzing the logs. After that, analyzing the activity or any particular logs, can be anything. It can be an web application log or database log or device log. Okay, so we will be having those logs. We will be analyzing all those logs with the help of some of the sim tools. Okay, so that is your defensive structure when we talk about an SOC. Now, as I said in beginning, this course is a combination of an defensive and an offensive security. Okay, so not only we are going to understand from a defensive perspective, we are going to understand from an offensive perspective as well, how the attack is been done, or how the pen tester is been finding out all those vulnerabilities. Okay, again, it's a practical approach. We also call it as an pen testing. Now pen testing is what? A simple one-liner definition into your screen. Pen testing is a security exercise where a cybersecurity expert, what he does, he attempts to find out and exploit vulnerability, find out an vulnerability, and after that he exploit those vulnerability into the computer system or into the network or into the application. Okay, the purpose is to simulate the attack, to identify any weak spot into the system or the network. Okay, which attacker can take an advantage. So in advance, we are doing a test inside an organization, particularly for a network, for an application, for a mobile, any sort of a pen test. Whatever the pen test has been given or has been said by that organization. So we are trying to find out a loophole. Once we have a loophole, we will take an advantage of that loophole to get inside that network. That's what an pen tester will be doing. He will be creating a report out of it at the end of the day. How the pen test has been done, what tools he has been using, okay, how we collected the information from a step-by-step approach. When we talk about a pen test or any particular attack, again it's a step-by-step approach. First we collect an information. Once the information has been collected, then we will be starting with a scanning. Okay, so get inside the network, collect more information about the port, what services they have been using, what operating system they have been using. Once we have that information, look for the loophole into the services, into the operating system, or into that port. Okay, if there is any loophole, exploit that loophole. Okay, so nowadays pen tester has been in pen testing, two roles and responsibilities have been defined. We started having two job roles in a pen testing. We call it as an VA and a PT. Okay, VA is known as your vulnerability assessment and PT is known as your pen testing. So vulnerability assessment, what they will be doing, they will be simply collecting the information about an vulnerability, creating a report out of it and giving the report to the manager. After that, pen testing team will be coming into the picture. They will be taking an advantage about of an vulnerability to exploit inside that network or into the system. Okay, that is the work role of your VA and PT, or if there is only one team, they will be doing an VA PT. Now this is the working of an pen test. First, what we do, we plan and we start with an reconnaissance. We also called it as an information gathering. Once we have a complete information about a target, we are going to do a scanning. This is your step number 2. Okay. So in step number 2, we will be collecting more information, more in-depth information about the system, about the network. Okay, within scanning, not every time we will be having a complete information about a vulnerability. That's why we have enumeration. Step number 3. Okay, get more information, get inside that services, get more information about the version of that services and take an advantage. If there a version is not been updated, if that version is been you can say is having certain vulnerability, take an advantage of that particular version and gain an access or exploit that version. Okay, well, after the exploitation, what we do, we maintain the access, we come inside that system, we get inside that system or into that particular network. Once we are inside the network, full command and control. Okay, analyze all this activity and create a report out of it. How you collected the information from an open source. From that information, you did a scanning. What IP address you got? Okay. From that IP address, what we did, we try to find out how many ports are open. From that port, we try to identify which particular service or which particular version of that service has been used. Okay. We try to identify is there any particular loophole for that service version. If yes, exploit it and maintain the access. We created a complete report out of it. That is what a pen tester will be doing, and we are going to learn about that in this particular course. Okay, now why this pen testing has been required nowadays and why it is very much in demand. Okay, you might have heard multiple openings for the pen testers, for the VA, for the pen testers. Okay, now what advantage you will be getting or you will be bringing into the table if you are having a knowledge about pen testing. So pen testing, definitely it is going to safeguard the user data. Okay, because end of the day, what we are defending, why we are having in cybersecurity, because we are behind to the CIA, confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Okay, whatever information we are sharing, that information need to be kept secret. Okay, it should not be modified and it should be available 24/7. So we haven't tried it. CIA tried. We also call it as a CIA triad. So everything is been revolving around your CIA. We need to safeguard the data. Data is very much important in nowadays. Okay. So definitely with the help of a pen test, you are going to safeguard the data. You are going to check is there any particular, if any control has been added. Is there any loophole into that control? Okay, identify that. It is going to show real-time risk as well by performing a pen test. Okay, not only that, if we identify any loopholes, we can go with and follow up compliances as well. We are going to mitigate that particular risk area. We are going to update that flaw or update that particular vulnerability, patch that vulnerability, which is going to maintain the user trust. Okay, so we are doing a pen test in a quarterly basis. Okay, so definitely your trust with the user or with your particular, you can say, the stakeholder will going to increase. Okay, it is not only, it is going to prioritize the risk as well. Okay, high risk area, low risk area. My high risk area are my network devices. So let's perform a pen test onto the network devices first. Let's see what controls have been added. Is there any loophole into that control? We can bypass those controls or not. Okay, if there is any loophole, we can have an additional control in place. Okay, so we are going to prioritize those particular risk area, incident response. Okay, so additionally, we are identifying the incident and we are responding to that incident. We are mitigating those incidents as well with the help of an pen test. That is going to give an extra benefit. It is going to gain a business insight as well. Okay, security awareness. Okay, any new controls? So we generally nowadays security awareness training has been provided in every organization. Okay, a basic awareness training like you can say social engineering. Okay, so how you might have seen or you might have received multiple calls or messages as well, like uh, congratulations, you have won XYZ amount or lottery, or you might have received an email as well. Okay, many congratulations, we are providing you a free training on XYZ, you can say certification. To claim for this training, follow this link. If you click onto the link, it is going to navigate into the website, and at the back end, what generally happen, that attacker will be going to attach some malware, and that malware will be attached into your particular device. Okay, so like this, nowadays the phishing techniques have been increasing. So for that, a security awareness training has been provided to each and every employee, whether they are not coming from a security background. At least they should be aware of it. Okay, so when we are sitting into a secure network environment, okay, we are not opening, or multiple time, many a times you have noticed that social media websites have been blocked from your internal network. What was the reason behind to it? Because through an social media, we can share those link over a message, and by any chance my ID has been compromised and some hacker has been sending you some link from my particular ID. So you might be thinking Abhishek has been sharing some information that might be an useful information. If you click onto that link, similarly, the malware will get transferred into your device. So that's why we give the security awareness training. We block all this particular social media websites as well from the local environment. So in this, we are going to understand, as I said, it's a step-by-step approach from the basics, from the beginning, from the network. Okay, so we will be understanding about a network first. After that, we will be understanding about the attacks. So as I said, pen testing has been divided into three different, you can say, three different responsibilities. So we have black box testing, we have white box testing, and we have gray box testing. Now black box testing is what, where you won't be getting any information about your target. Straight away organization will be saying, okay, you have to do a network pen test. Okay, the network pen test for this organization. Apart from that, no information. Okay, so with your knowledge, with your skills, first you will be starting with a very basic. You will be collecting the information. Okay, you will be collecting the information about the organization, about the network, sorry, about the network, in which network they have been setting. Okay, what website they have been using. After that, slowly we will be leveling up, and we will be moving further. Okay, we will be collecting an information from an open source for, we will be visiting the website, we will be testing their website, we will be looking into other IPs as well. We will be trying to collect more IP addresses. Okay, and like this we are going to begin with a black box testing. Then we have is your gray box. Now in gray box, some information will be provided to you. Some information has been organization will be saying that you have to do a gray box testing. These are the 10 IP addresses. That's it. That IP address belong to the system or to the servers? No information. Or to the website? No information. With your knowledge, with your skill, you will be beginning with a test. Okay, that is your gray box testing. A partial information has been provided. Then we have is your white box pen test. Now white box pen test is what? Where you will be getting a complete information about your target. Okay, from A to Z, 10 IP address. Out of this 10 IP address, 5 IP address belong to the machines, 2 IP address belong to the server, 3 IP address belong to the websites. Now in this website we have some of the unique pages. The database for this website is XYZ. It's been running onto an MySQL. That 5 devices has been having an operating system Windows 11. In that, this is the user list. Okay, who has been sitting into those devices. This network devices are your firewall. One is your firewall, second is your you can say on the network, so one is your switch. Now in this switch, how many devices have been connected? The complete information, the complete architecture. Okay, once you have complete information, it will be very much easy for me to do an pen test. So that is coming under to your white box pen testing. Okay, now what tools and technologies we are going to cover in this course? Okay, so as I said, it starts with an offensive and defensive. So there are a lot of tools. So here are few of the tools which I have uh, listed for you all. So we are going to use an Splunk as well to analyze those logs. We are going to look into the Alien Vault as well. We have social engineering toolkits as well to perform a social engineering attack. Okay, how the social engineering attack has been done and how we can analyze all those attacks. Okay, we have an appalizer to collect more and more information. Then we have a spider foot. Nessus is again a very good tool used to do an automated pen test, which is we have to list all the IP address over there, and after that it is going to do an automated test, collect he is going to collect the complete information and give me a report out of it. Okay, then we have is your nmap, which has been used very much by the pentester. The working of, we are going to understand about the working of an nmap. It work into 5 stages. Okay, after that we will be doing an scan. We will be doing an I can say the enumeration with the help of an nmap. Then we have your burp suit. Okay, now a burp suit is also a very useful tool. Especially this has been used into an web application area as well. Okay, to analyze all those records, to capture all those particular incident, to do a man in the middle attack as well. Okay, then we have is your MySQL. Again, with MySQL we can do an web application attacks. Okay, Metasploit, it is having say his own database. Okay, once we have an information about an vulnerability, after that we are going to take an advantage. Okay, so we have multiple exploits available inside our Linux devices. So we will be using this Metasploit as well. We are going to understand first what is there inside the database, and with that we are going to look into this particular Metasploit. Along with that, we have multiple tools, okay, like Wireshark, to capture all the packet, to analyze all those packet. Then we, for the forensic, we are going to use multiple tools as well to investigate. First we are going to isolate the device, and after that we are going to uh, collect the information and analyze all those activity with the help of an FTK. We have we are going to capture the RAM memory. We are going to do an autopsy as well. Okay, so like this, we will be doing a complete forensic investigation with the help of it's a tool base. Again, forensic has been done with a tool base because we are going to do an forensic investigation for an data. Okay, so manually we cannot do that. So we will be requiring a tools. Okay, so I'm going to explain you in this particular course. You are going to understand about how these tools have been working. Okay, how to get in hands-on into these tools. Okay, so as I said, cybersecurity expert, which is going to give an hands-on experience on a SOC and hands-on experience onto your pen test. Okay, so we identified a loophole into the market that there is no particular training available which has been talking about a defensive and offensive security. Okay, so first we are going to understand about an attack, how the attack has been done. After that, how the attack has been mitigated, or how we can analyze all those attacks. Okay, from both the perspective we are going to understand. Okay, so you will be you can get the information that when is our upcoming batch for this particular training, for this particular courses. Okay, so as of now we have came with an offer, so you can ask for the deals as well, the best offer which is available, so they can try to get an offer for you as well. Okay, now who can aim for this, or who can learn this particular course? Okay, so any person who is having a basic understanding of a network, definitely he can plan for this. Or anyone who is coming from a system administrator background or network professional, or who is already working into a pen test, because as I said, when I started my career I started into a network domain. Okay, and after that I moved into an offensive side, but I want to learn about and defensive as well. So as a pen tester, definitely we want to understand how the team has been operating or how the activity has been running at the back end. Okay, so they can also plan for it. Any IT security professional or security consultant, SOC analyst, L1, okay, want to know about an L2 and L3, how these things have been working, how the threat intel has been done, how the forensic has been done, how the this first responder has been working. Okay, any cybersecurity analyst or any person who have a basic understanding of a network, because network is a backbone. Okay, if we know about a network, definitely anything can come into the anything you can learn after that when if you want to enter into a cybersecurity. Okay, if my device has been connected to a network, then only it can be hackable, until unless no one can hack it. Okay, so that what your cybersecurity has been talking about. You should know about the network. These are the basic fundamentals you should be having it. Okay, now as I said, system administrator. Okay, now if you in security, as I said, there are two domains. One is your offensive, one is your defensive. Okay, if you have your mindset ready that you want to move into offensive side, okay, now for an offensive side we have complete different track, and for an defensive side we have complete different track. Okay, for example, I am on freshie. I am having a particular dedicated idea about an system admin. Okay, now I want to move into an offensive side. I want to do an attack. I want to do an pen test. So for that, the base thing I will be starting with an CEH. This is the best certification available as of now into the market. Okay, which has been talking about your offensive security. Same thing onto the opposite side. If I am want to learn about a defensive side, so I will be starting with a security plus. The best thing, as I said, this course has been talking about an pen testing and an SOC as well. If you want to learn about an pen testing, which has been talking about an offensive, and if you want to learn about an defensive as well, so plan for this. Whatever certification you will be planning for, we will be starting with on basic. Everyone has been sitting into the same ground. Then we will be moving into a scaling up the things. Okay. So as I said, if anyone has been coming from a system admin background, if anyone has been coming from a network professionals or network background, okay, they want to learn about an offensive and defensive. This is the best thing. The duration of the course is around 52 hours. Okay, it is 100%. You can say not 100%. I will say 70% is in practical base, hands-on experience. Okay, so we will be starting with a theoretical, and down the line we will be moving scaling up the things with an practicals. Okay, knowing about what are the requirement into the market. So as per the market standard, we brought up this course. Want to switch into in cloud security. For cloud security, again there are two best available resources, or best available, you can say the best demanding certification as of now. We have AZ500 from an Azure, and from an AWS we have an AWS security. So according to the requirement, you can plan for any of the certification. Okay, then by having a basic of an cloud security, then you can skill up the things, going with an certification of an security, then moving into ahead. You can plan for this. You can plan for CCSK. It's an intermediate one, and after that we have CCSP, which is an again advanced one. So coming from a telecom background, so I would suggest first start with an network. Okay, you have an basic of a network, that's great. Then you can move into again, as I said, depending on to the key, you want to move into a defensive or you want to move in an offensive. So if you want to go into an offensive, the best thing, you can start with your CEH. If you want to go into a defensive, you can start with an security plus. Okay, so these are the base level certification as of now. Okay, and if you want to learn a combination of that, of offensive and defensive, so this is the course we have, Cybersecurity Expert.